Welcome back to Mornings. Here we are on this Monday from the Chinese Gardens and the lake of brightness down there. We've had a fantastic morning. It's great to have you with us. You know, recently travelling around the UK, he was finding out what makes people funny. There he is, right here. We introduce you to the one and only Mr. Lenny. Woo! Applause, applause, applause. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
From the 4 people that are here watching the show, Kerri-Anne, you were evicted from your studio. What happened?
We were evicted,
You're walking the streets with a little red spotted hanky in your stick, looking glamorous. Look at you.
Well, thank you
You're
very
like a walking bouillabaisse. I love this outfit. You're so gorgeous. Look, you know, they've got a chandelier in the State Theatre that is the biggest chandelier in Australia. And I said, that is one of 2 because the other one is hanging from Kerri-Anne's ear like this. Good day. It's the Kerri-Anne Show. Coming up. So how are you, darling?
I'm doing extremely well, and all the better for seeing you
it's
again.
It's very, very nice to be here.
Now, you saw Rolf here a little while ago. Rolf, we started the show.
Rolf Harris, yes.
Yeah, he loves you.
Britain's leading Australian. He showed me his wobble board. It was lovely. So I'm on tour again.
Are. Tell me about
this. They keep letting me back into the country.
Fun. Well, midday days were the first time I met you in the quite fetching gold lame suit, as I remember.
I'm a bit more sober today because I can't drink anymore because I'm 49 now. I used to be able to drink a lot, but there was a time when I thought a cab driver in Sydney thought I was from Narnia. He said, "Where you going, pal?" Narnia. Where? Narnia. Where do you live? Narnia. I don't know where I woke up that morning, but I did come out of a wardrobe anyway. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. I'm trying to be healthy. I'm trying to be fit. Trying to look after myself in Australia. I'm trying to eat right. It's good. I was in Adelaide. It's very, very nice there. It's very flat in Adelaide, isn't it?
Yes, lots
really
of
flat.
Churches and wineries.
Churches and wineries. There's that mile square of high-rise buildings in the middle, and then everywhere else is flat. It's like God went, we're not having any more of those buildings round here. We're just going to have flat, and then these buildings sticking up with a winery at the end of every bloody road. I like all the names you've got for the wine over here. I like the way you abbreviate everything. Shardy for Chardonnay, Burgo, Burgundy. I like the one for Pinot Noir, but I'm not going to say it here, which is... Now,
you did this show, which I found fascinating, the concept of finding which professions, which jobs were the funniest.
Yeah, I did a show called Lenny's Britain. In Britain, I was on tour, like I'm on tour here. Coming back to Sydney on the 23rd. They are crazy.
Yeah, and also next week in Brisbane.
I'm doing Brisbane. I'm doing Canberra. I'm doing Perth. I'm doing all over the place. Anyway, I carry on. I was travelling all over the British Isles, finding out which profession is funny. I love being a fireman. I was a fireman for a day. The pole. The pole. They slide down like Batman, and I've always wanted to be Batman. So I go, all right, now then, we've got some shouts to do today. Get your uniform on, Lenny. And I was behind him like this. And then I'd run round and do the polling. I did it about 19 times. After a while, they said, you, focus. Get behind me. You're not Batman. Now put the hat on. We're going to go and put some fires out. No, I had nipple burn after the pole because you stay on the pole too long. Your nipples in between your, because I can clench and because that's the way you stop yourself going down the pole. Your nipples break.
Bridget Jones didn't do that.
No, she didn't. She broke with her pants. I broke with my nipples. And I watched a baby get born. Oh. It was a water birth, and it was really, really good. The mother was in the water, and she was a little, wouldn't say boo to a goose woman. She was like a little fragile bird, and she said to her husband, "Oh, I'm in so much pain." He said, "I know." Like he would know. She said, I feel terrible. I know. This is the worst pain I've ever had in my life. I know. She said, you don't know. And do you know what happened? In the middle of the birth, like it took 7 hours, this water birth, the husband disappeared. He went to the loo for a really long time. And I became the primary birth partner. She grabbed my hand like I was going, please, God, let go of my hand. She turned into the Hulk. My hand was crushed. And then the baby was born, and it came out underwater. No goggles, straight underwater. How does that work?
Yeah, I've got to say that I find that strange. This was a comedy show?
This was a comedy show. It was really funny. I'm not sure I'd want a celebrity there at my birth, though. Can you imagine that? Rolf Harris there. The baby's halfway out. Can you guess what it is yet? I don't think you want that at the birth of your child.
So how is your gorgeous daughter?
My gorgeous daughter is great. She's currently, at the moment, taking her exams.
She's 16 now?
She's 16 years old, so she's spending 4 hours watching The Simpsons and saying that that is revision, which is great. My nickname, my pet name, my daughter's pet name for me is Get Out My Room! And leave me alone! And I don't want to revise! So it's that time now. Boys are on the horizon. I'm thinking to get a trapdoor wired up to the doorbell. so they go, Mr. Henry, can we leave your cellar now? No! You'll stay there until you're 48. Leave my daughter alone.
Because she's a bit of an emo.
She's emo, she's got the hair, she's got the manga hair like this. Got the interesting hair. A lot of boyfriends with hair like this. I don't know how they see those, you know, those skater boys. I saw some. I was in Newcastle. Anybody been to Newcastle? I was in Newcastle the other day. It's not like our Newcastle in England. No. It was warm, and because in Newcastle in England, pigeons walk around wearing scarves and woolly hats. And there were these skater boys. They did their signature move, which was skating up the steps and then skidding along their face, going, "Ow, ow, that bloody hurts, ow." So yeah, Newcastle was very, very cool. So she's got a lot of boyfriends like that.
Very good. Hey, listen, can you stay with us for a minute, because we've got so much more to talk about, more tour dates as well. And, you know, we'll talk about anything you want, but we've just got to take a break. Is that all right?
We'll take a break. We'll be back after this with Kerri-Anne. It is a good show. Stay with us.
Mornings with Kerri-Anne and Scenic Tours are giving one lucky viewer the chance to win a spectacular 29-day Rockies, Alaska and Eastern Canada tour. Discover the Canadian Rockies when you visit Jasper, Lake Louise and Banff and journey on the Rocky Mountaineer Rail in exclusive Gold Leaf class. Then enjoy a 7-night Alaskan cruise before heading to Eastern Canada. Enjoy guided sightseeing in Toronto, see the spectacular Parliament buildings in Ottawa and visit Montebello, Quebec and Montreal. Plus, receive a fantastic 2-night stopover in Honolulu. This all-inclusive holiday package from Scenic Tours includes return economy flights for 2 people, meals, transfers, all sightseeing and more, and is valued at over $36,000. To enter, call us on 1902 555 801 and leave your full name, address and daytime telephone number, or text your name and address to 19955 801. You can enter as many times as you like. Entries close Sunday the 13th of July. Good luck.
Put your seatbelts on.
We're back with Kerri-Anne. It's a show in a Chinese garden for some reason. It's gonna piss down with rain, but we don't care because we're outside with Kerri-Anne, who looks like a peacock with legs. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
It's my pleasure, darling. Whatever you want.
One thing I have to ask you is about the Harry Potter movie. You were a shrunken head.
The shrunken head. Well, can I say, the shrunken head on the night bus, it was exciting to do because I got to work with Alphonse Cuarón, who made Y Tu Tambien Mamá, which is And Your Mama Too, which is this very sexy Mexican film. And I got to work with and improvise with him for a whole afternoon and be this Jamaican shrunken head. And the worst part about it is that the actual thing they made is not very nice. I mean, really, it's a scrotum with dreadlocks, if we're honest. And what happens now is Harry Potter fans all over the world hand me a picture of the scrotum with the dreadlocks and say, "Could you sign this, mister?" And it's just, I can't even look at it. You know, I'm like that. But it was very, very exciting to do. Oh, yeah. Really, really nice. And my wife's in the film too, and she's just, they didn't ask the shrunken head back, but she's just gone and done filming for this new theme park ride that they're doing, which is going to be, it's over several hundred acres somewhere in America, and it's going to be the most exciting ride they've ever had at Universal. So they're very pleased with that.
Your wife, of course.
My wife.
The spectacular Dawn French.
Dawn French off the telly.
Oh.
She's a chocoholic, you know. She really, you know, she loves chocolate, and it's very weird being married to a chocoholic because you're in bed with your woman and say, "How was it, baby?" And she says, "Not as good as the curly whirly," which is bizarre. Look at that guy there, it's Kenny Rogers. Come here, Kenny. Come here. It's Kenny Rogers. Just quickly. I'm going to stand behind you. Hang on. Right. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Okay, you can go and stand back now. Over there.
At least.
Don't take your love to town.
Oh, what? I'm sorry, sir. What's your name? Tony.
Tony?
Tony.
Where you from?
Never from.
Yeah.
Canberra.
You're from Canberra. I've been to Canberra. It was shut.
Originally Perth, Scotland.
Perth, Scotland. Aye. You all right, pal?
Yeah,
I love a lassie, a bonny lassie. She's in the, of the... He didn't join in. Sorry, Kerri-Anne.
He needs a bit more experience.
I dragged a member of the public into the show. I thought it was Project Runway for a second. He's very smart.
Now tell me, when you went through all these professions, which are the funniest professions? We got up to the fireman.
Fireman, I was a birth attendant. I was a traffic warden for a while, which I did. Traffic wardens are weird because people don't like them.
No.
And they don't look at your face, they just look at the uniform. And there's a lot of African, Nigerian traffic wardens, which I found to be very funny because we have a lot of Nigerian workers in London and Nigerian traffic wardens. So I just thought it'd be really confusing, you know, the guy comes out, why have you put a ticket on my car? I have put a ticket on your car because you are parked in an illegal fashion. I will kill you. I will kill you too. I hate your family. I hate your family. Take off your clothes, we will fight like men. I just thought it's going to be too complex, you know. So I enjoyed being a traffic warden for a day, although, you know, hearing this behind your back wasn't very nice. And what else? I worked in an office. I didn't like that. I sold mortgages for a day. And it's impossible. I didn't like the fluorescent light, which just sucks all the energy out of you. People are rude on the phone. But the best thing, Kerri-Anne, they had a massage chair. Because working in an office is so stressful. They put you in this chair and you put 15 pence in and it just massages you all over your body. And I have to say that it went to places that I've never had visited before or since. In fact, I still write to that chair.
Did you go home and tell Dawn about that?
No, but I'm hoping to go on holiday with the chair at some point.
Tell me, Dawn and you at home in terms of writing and comedy, do you sit there and sort of come up with ideas? How do you
not
balance?
Really, because, I mean, as you know, what's good about it is we're both in the business, so we both understand how it works. So if somebody's down because they had a crap day with the writing or a producer or somebody, we understand each other. So it's a very empathic relationship, you know. We try not to bring the jokes home because that would be tedious, wouldn't it? Hey, honey, I'm back. Look, the yellow afro rig, the clown shoes, the booty dance. Honey, come on. You know, it wouldn't work. So I tend to leave all that alone.
On this note, I got an email this morning. I asked Erwin. Good morning, Erwin. Lenny Henry, you're so funny. I love you. The best, even I watched you on the Rove the other night, and you taught him how to move his hips. I think you should show Kerri-Anne how to move her
Kerri-Anne,
hips.
I think you have no problem moving your hips, girl. I've seen you shake that ass on TV when he came out and sang that Temptations song. First time I ever saw Kerri-Anne, she came out and go, stand down on shaky ground. She was like that. If you must see the tape, she was like, she had that gold lame dress on. I broke your set, do you remember?
Yes, I do remember.
It needed breaking. It was very horrible. But it was the first time I saw you were all hips, Kerri-Anne. I was very impressed.
Yeah, they've improved since
I thought,
then.
damn, this is midday. You can't have that on TV at midday. It needs to be midnight with a bottle of Jack Daniels and a ferret.
Well, that's Jeff Harvey's ferret.
Jeff Harvey is a very, very funky man.
Isn't he?
Look at the people, they are gathered around.
Morning all.
Project Runway, the rejects. Sorry, ma'am.
Listen, we just want to make sure that everybody knows where to find you.
Yes, please tell the people.
Well, I was doing Brisbane radio this morning, and you're up at the concert hall there on Friday the 18th, and of course Canberra this Friday. But Melbourne tomorrow night. Morning, say something nice to Melbourne.
Hello, Melbourne. I look forward to coming to your big city and having a nice time. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Lenny, you give my love to Dawn French because I think she's magic. I think you're sensational. It's just a delight, and thank you for making the effort to come and see us out our new little abode.
I love your new home. It's marvellous. The gardening particularly is spectacular.
Lenny Henry, thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Kerri.